Hi, this is Mike from Donley Auctions. I want to talk to you a little bit about some things we have in our upcoming auction for phonographs and music boxes. It's primarily a phonograph and music box auction, but we do have some great telephone items in here. And first of all, what I'm holding here is a handwritten letter by Thomas Edison, handwritten and hand-signed from 1877. Actually, it's August 27th of 1877. So at this time, he had just invented the phonograph, so this is very early on. It wasn't long after this that he became so famous he wasn't able to write his own correspondence. So to have a handwritten letter by Edison is pretty rare to begin with. But the subject matter is what we're going to be talking about here now. He is writing to his friend David. This is TBA David of Western Union and Telegraph fame. If you know who TBA David is, or if you don't know who he is, go look up his biography. He's a really interesting man. He was one of these people who was always should be where he wanted to be at the right time. He was with Bell, he was with Edison, he was with Lincoln. I mean, it just goes on and on where this man was. But anyway, TBA David was very good friends with Edison. He was with Western Union at the time, and he foresaw the importance of the telephone, whereas a lot of people didn't at the time. He knew what it was going to become. But he knew the way Bell had invented it, it wasn't a practical instrument yet. So it was up to Edison to really make the telephone practical for use. So in this letter, he's Edison is writing to David telling him, just finished our new set of telephones and receivers and 2 senders. So this is the first time we hear about a transmitter and a receiver being in 2 parts. They are as small as bells and much louder than you have ever heard, and the articulation is so perfect that everybody gets what is said without any effort. The strain on the ears appears to have departed, at least in my case. You know, I have only Batch and Cruzy that can work, so you see that it will be a few days before I can get you your pair. Now, Batch and Cruzy were Batchelor and Cruzy, his 2 chief engineers and model makers who would have been building these. Now, this letter is actually referenced in TBA David's reminiscences. So this actually had to have come right from the TBA David's estate. Now, TBA David is also credited with the first telephone exchange. He opened it up, I think, in 1879 in Pittsburgh, and here's one of the early subscribers lists. Actually, I think this was 1878, so it must have been when he opened it up. And he lists right on here as TBA David, president. So this is a very rare subscriber list from the first telephone exchange actually in existence. In this auction, we also have other subscriber lists, so you want to take a look at our auction to see some of these very, very rare and important items here. And in addition to that, we also have a letter from Bell, a handwritten letter from Bell, Alexander Graham Bell. And this is May 10th, 1881. Now, I'm not sure whether he actually wrote it or his secretary wrote it from his transcription, but he actually did sign it. Also has the envelope to it, and it was sent to a Dr. Isaac Norris, who was running the scientific journal at that time. And Bell was publishing an article in this journal about radio transmission, about the radio telegraph that he was experimenting with. And so it's all about that. Again, a very rare letter. There's not many of these in private hands, so you really want to check this out. It'll be a great addition to your collection. Next Wednesday, June 14th and 15th, we're online now at DonleyAuctions.com. You can check it all out. Everything's up there. All the things you'll be interested in for the telephone is at the beginning of day 2. They're all the 2000 lot number, like 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you'll find it easily. Go check out the auction. It's really great. DonleyAuctions.com. See you at the auction.